Hello everyone, welcome to Academic Booster. Today we are here with a very special guest Vinay, who is currently a software developer at Amazon. Till now we have heard many things that a CSIT engineer can learn blah blah things and go to some the big tech giants. But the main thing with Vinay is that he has completed his graduation from civil engineering. So today we will discuss how he achieved all these things and what is their strategy so that we can know that if you are not from a CSIT stream, if you are from a core branch, then how can you achieve your goal or how can you go to a big tech giants like Amazon, Flipkart, Microsoft, ShareChat and much more. So now I would like to allow Vinay to tell something about himself.
Hi all, this is Vinay. Currently, I was working as a software developer in Amazon. I think it's been 2 years. I've been with Amazon. So yeah, this is uh, to give little context about me. Previously, I have done my BTech civil in NIT Calicut.
Yeah.
So after BTech, I joined Zoho and worked for 1 year, and after that, I joined Amazon. And yeah, currently I'm here.
Yeah. So Vinay, as you have completed your graduation in the civil engineering, so what made you choose this path and how did you achieve this?
Okay. Before even talking about this thing, I'll give some context about me. So before
Yeah.
joining VTech, right? So I don't know anything about this programming, coding, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And based on my mains rank, and even I don't know like how each branch would be like. So I just based on my rank, I just joined one of the NIT, and so after I joined the college, so during first year, I have this subject called Introduction to Programming. I mean, it's C programming.
Yeah.
So that when I got first exposure to programming. So that is when I felt I think this is the field I really want to pursue my career in. Uh, and slowly I started doing solving problems and uh, done. I mean, I started with easy questions. I mean, it's not like I just directly went into algorithms, data structures, nothing like that. Just solved easy questions, normal problems which I get assignments from our faculty.
Yeah.
So after all these things, so I realized, right, so I just want to pursue my career in uh, coding, basically computer science. So I just gone through different resources like NPTEL, or, I mean other online resources. But main drawback is I couldn't connect all the content I was learning. I can get the content from NPTEL, but I couldn't understand from the scratch. I have many doubts regarding the subject, operating systems or database management, all these courses. So
Yeah.
luckily, I found my guru, Ravindra Babu Ravala sir.
Yeah.
So uh, I started watching his YouTube videos. So that is when I still more fell in love in this computer science subjects. Like first, I started with data structures and algorithms. I have gone through all his YouTube videos and decided I should definitely take his full course.
Okay.
Ravindra Gopuravala. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So Vinay, how did you manage your academic while focusing on being a software engineer?
I think it's very difficult to manage both the things. That two, uh, these two are completely different fields. I mean, civil is completely different, and CS is completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as I mentioned, right? So second year, I it's like a transition phase for me. I mean, still I was not completely sure whether I should pursue my career in computer science or should I be in my core branch and apply for GATE and all these things.
Yeah.
Second year is completely transition period. Like I spent few amount of time in learning subjects, but most of the time I was learning core subjects only. Second year ending, I decided like I should completely focus on computer science, and from third year starting, I took Ravindra Ravula course, uh, and good thing about that course is he will even provide you the timetable, so you won't get lost during that course. So he will always guide you. Like even if you have any doubts, you can mail him, and uh, if possible, he will even call you. I mean, clear your doubts.
Yeah.
So that is one thing always made me stay in the path. I mean, don't lose the focus. Regarding your question, how did I manage both CS and civil? First thing, third year, I used to bunk most of the classes during my college days. That is one thing. And also, I just used to prepare before exams. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever I read from the notes, that is what I used to put it in the exam. But
Yeah.
most of the time, I used to spend learning this gate courses. I mean, gate computer science courses, and uh, solving hacker rank problems and code check problems.
Yeah.
At least 70% of my time I used to spend on computer science subjects. I mean, mostly algorithms and data structures.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. So, Vinay, if being from a non-CS background, what strategy one should follow in order to get a job in a big MNC?
Uh, my advice to poor people is first thing they should decide. I mean, whether they are really interested in this field in software engineering. I
Yeah,
mean, uh, firstly they should learn these algorithms and data structures, and if they feel okay they can do, they're really interested in it, then only they should pursue their career in this field. Otherwise I wouldn't recommend them to get into software engineering if they're not very much interested in algorithms, because that is the main core part in cracking these companies are in software engineering.
sure. So,
um,
yeah.
and regarding so you're asking how, what strategy we can follow, right? So
Hmm.
as I mentioned, for me, Ravindra Ravula course had worked out for me. Might be they can follow other resources, it's their wish. But for me, I think any layman can understand computer science subjects if they take his courses.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, Vinay, if being from a non-CS background, how should one improve their coding skills like data structures and algorithm? Since there is no DS and algorithm course to get you started, what are the necessary steps one should follow?
Regarding DS and Algo, I used to, whenever I learned any concept, let's say you're learning some spanning tree or some concepts related to graphs, uh, immediately I used to solve few easy questions from HackerRank. And one more advice I give to people is if you're solving any question, if you're not able to get the solution, don't just give up. I mean, try as much as you can, even if it takes many days, 1 week also, just try it during your initial days, because if you if you think for a long time, you will remember many concepts and you will try to do it on your own. So that will stay for a long time, instead of directly going to online and searching for the solution and practicing that solution in whatever language you know.
Yeah.
So that is one main advice I give. Like you try, don't just give up if you don't get the problem immediately. Just try as much as you can.
Yeah, sure.
And I think HackerRank and CodeChef is the best platform if you want to practice coding. But I would recommend, don't just directly get into the contests. Only once you're comfortable with the concept and you're solving enough practice questions from whatever platform you choose, then only get into contest. Because contest, the main drawback is uh, if you're getting very bad rank, a big rank, you will get demotivated. So it's better you get enough time, get confidence regarding the concepts, and then only get into the contests.
Yeah, sure. So next question, a very funny question, that how difficult it was for you to overcome the tag of being in civil engineering and making everyone believe that you are equally skilled as a computer science engineer.
I think this is very relevant question to me. I mean, because right, so during my placements fourth year,
Yeah,
like most of the companies they're open to CS, IT, and triple E at max.
yeah,
Uh, they won't allow mechanical, civil, and all
same.
this branch. At least most of the companies.
Yeah, sure.
So it's very difficult to get at least interview call from big product companies, at least for civil and mechanical, chemical, and all these branches.
Yeah,
Um, and also as I mentioned, I used to concentrate more on coding during my college days. So what happened is during my Oracle interview in my fourth year, I was able to crack most of the four rounds, but at last round they were asking projects and all this stuff.
yeah,
Projects so I don't even have a single project with me. At least a project related to OOPS should be good, at least during your fourth year.
yeah,
So that is one thing I can advise people, like don't completely focus on the coding. At least try to do one to two interesting projects at least during your fourth year. My advice to core people mainly, because CS student anyway they'll have their major project and all this stuff, but
yeah,
core people I would advise at least do one to two interesting projects, so that will help a lot during your interview process. Because how good you may be in coding, but if you don't even have single project with you, so there won't be nothing to discuss during your interview process.
yeah, sure.
And that is when my experience during Joho helped me, like to crack Amazon. Like, so as I mentioned, after my BTech, I joined Zoho. I worked for 1 year. So there I learned many stuff like backend development, web application concepts. I improved my code standards and uh, becoming thorough with the OOP concepts and all these things. So that is what helped me during Amazon interview. So I would advise core people to concentrate on at least in OOPS concepts and project, interesting project. Do any interesting project. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So Vinay, how to apply off campus and how to make sure your resume got selected, since you are from a core background and the selection of resume becomes extremely difficult and important for you.
I think regarding your question, once you have some enough experience, right, 1 to 2 years, I think your background doesn't pull you down. I mean, even
Yeah,
if you're from core background, if you have 1 to 2 year experience, that can cover your background. So, but it will be very difficult if you apply right after the college
yeah,
from core background. So, only if you have enough like portfolio, like you need to build your portfolio, like doing some open source projects and having some good profile in coding platforms like HackerRank and CodeChef, because that is what these big companies look at, like HackerRank, Google or Facebook, whatever it is. They mainly look at your coding skills,
yeah,
uh, and and it's always good to have open source project. So and yeah, that can, if you have all these things, it can cover up your background. So they don't bother even if you're from civil or mechanical, because at least for me at Amazon they didn't look at my background. They just uh, concentrated on my core skills, like coding skills and OOPS concepts. That is what they looked at. They never asked me which background I came from.
yeah,
But
sure.
resume shortlisting will be difficult process, because if you're from core, you will have the tag civil or mechanical. Only if you have good portfolio you can overcome that. But as I
Sure.
mentioned, if you have enough experience, even that can overcome that thing.
Yeah, sure. So, Vinay, what are the some of the resources you would suggest for the core branch students?
Uh, re- for preparing interview, I would recommend Geeks for Geeks is the best resource, and there is one course called Applied AI Interview Preparation course. I don't know whether people might be knowing or not, but even that course is good for people who are preparing for interviews. So it has organized content. You can even get your doubts solved from that faculty. I mean, Applied AI course.
Yeah, sure.
But most for interview preparation, I would recommend Geeks for Geeks. And participate in online contests and take Applied AI course interview preparation.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So, Vinay, that's all from my side. And now, any advice you want to give to the students who are currently in the second year or third year, or just started the college career like in the first year?
My main advice is just don't give up, because even during my third year, like people used to tell why you're moving to, pursuing your career in CS, even from family. Or I used to get this external pressure, why are you switching and all these things. But just don't give up. I mean, always trust in yourself, and if you feel you are good at coding, just rock it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So thank you, Vinay. Thanks, Vinay, for the time. And guys, if you still have any question regarding anything that you want to discuss with Vinay, then I will provide the LinkedIn ID of the Vinay in the description box of the video. Feel free to contact him. So thank you, Vinay.
Bye.
Bye bye.